This is the BarLive Podcast, and today I'm interviewing owner of the Silver Fox, Julie.
Hello.
Thank you so much for doing this podcast. I'm really excited to be in your bar. It's been an awesome place. I actually visited it for the first time when I came the other day looking to see if you would do this podcast, and I love the vibe, the pool tables. Would you kind of go into more about like the personality of this bar and how you got started?
Sure. Well, it was founded in 75.
Okay.
And then my folks bought it in 1980.
Gotcha.
And it was like a dance hall. There was a stage and dancing and big booths to the ceiling. The ceiling was a drop ceiling.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Oh,
and
that's crazy.
People would smoke, so you would look down and all you would see was the smoke, just like hanging through the bar.
Oh, no way. That's really cool.
So in the 90s, we tore out the booths to make more room for people.
Yeah.
And tore out the ceilings and came up with a funky idea for design. And that's how we came up with the leopard carpet and the red accents.
Right.
Mom wanted to go more green, and I was like, we are not an Irish bar.
Yeah.
You know?
That's cool. So
Yeah.
the leopard. And then Silver Fox is, I think, a pretty unique name.
Yeah.
Was it always called the Silver Fox, or did your parents decide to name it that way? Or?
No, it was named that by the gentleman that started it up.
Gotcha.
Yep, and he was, of course, tall and good looking
Yeah.
and silver.
And silver. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So I know this place has some specialties, like the 6 a.m. cocktail and like the longest happy hour in PB,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Can you talk more about that?
So we fought long and hard to keep our 6 a.m. license.
Okay.
I'm super proud of that. We're one of the only bars in PB.
I didn't even know that was a thing, that you needed a license for a 6 a.m.
Yeah, totally. It's
Yeah.
a special license. So it's called a 48. And we're allowed to be open 20 hours a day, every day of the week, every day of the year.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so we're branding our 6 a.m. club.
Okay.
We have our own coffee menu with fun drinks on it, and of course we have a Bloody Mary bar and
Nice.
champagne specials. And we also get a big crew in here who don't drink. So we come in and socialize, sometimes before work, or sometimes with like nurses and firemen that get off of the 24-hour shift.
Oh,
You'll
yeah, I
find
didn't
them
even
here.
think about that.
Yeah.
First responders is
Yep.
probably like a good place to go.
Yep, you'll
Yeah.
find them here. Every now and again, we'll get a stripper, and that's
Yeah.
always fun.
Yeah.
It's a great crowd in the morning,
Yeah.
especially on the weekends.
So that would say that's probably your peak hours is normally like in the morning time during the weekend?
For sure.
For sure,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
for the 6 a.m. club.
For the 6 a.m.
Yeah,
club,
and then as far
right.
as happy hour goes, that was something that I came up with in the big housing crash of 2008.
Yeah.
We were trying to be recession busters and provide entertainment and affordable cocktails to everyone who was paying
Yeah.
$5 a gallon in a tank, which we're doing now.
Right,
So I didn't change it.
Yeah.
So our happy hour is literally from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. 5 days a week.
That's awesome, because
Yep.
I don't think I know many places in PB that would do that at all, especially
Right.
for the price that like you're getting.
Right.
That's awesome. So I know like you were talking about breakfast drinks is a big thing and Bloody Marys.
Yep.
And I know with Bloody Marys comes olives, and on the website
Yeah.
I noticed there's a James Beard Award for olives. Like, what is up with that?
I don't know. It's we get strange awards,
Yeah.
man. We get like, most original, best dive, best neighborhood. We've had best place to play pool with. We beat
Oh,
out
cool.
Society, and I
Oh,
was
nice.
like, I felt bad because
Yeah.
we have 3 pool tables, but we're not
Right,
like
right.
a billiard hall.
Right.
But we do
right.
have APA here, and we do maintain our tables.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we've had all kinds of interesting awards. Yeah.
Well, because I don't know, I like to watch cooking shows sometimes. I know
Yeah.
James Beard is like a huge deal. Like, what goes into the olives that makes it so
It's top secret.
It's top secret. All right. Well, I guess you got to come here to find out, right?
Right. Well, if you're an employee, you have to sign a trade secret agreement also, so I can't tell
I
you.
didn't know that. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you know where to find out. Yeah. So I guess you guys got breakfast drinks. Are there any other cool events you guys like to do here?
Yeah, so every Thursday night, we call it college night. We do $3 U-Collets. Almost anything in here is $3. And
nice.
yeah, that's from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Thursdays.
Okay.
Again, trying to accommodate for the starving student that
Yeah.
maybe doesn't have a lot of money.
Right,
And, we used to be cash only when kids couldn't use their parents' credit cards. And so now we have credit cards. But at that time, it was like, it was so funny. I would get a lot of $2 bills or like $1
coins.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the heck? And I was like, oh, right, it's probably like someone's old tooth fairy money.
That's funny. So on college nights, were you getting kids mostly from San Diego State?
Oh,
or
for
Mesa?
sure.
Okay,
yeah.
I know that's probably like the bigger scene.
USD, CSD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we get our older crowd in too, and they come in for one because it's a bit late.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
this place definitely seems, since it's been around for a while, like you guys have a lot of usuals that come in. Is that something?
Oh, it's definitely like there can be just wide open parking out in front, and I'll pull up thinking, oh my gosh, it's dead, and then I walk in, it's packed in here.
That's awesome.
I think we get a lot of foot traffic, which makes me happy that people aren't in here imbibing and driving.
Right.
So that's good.
Right, it makes sense because I think you're more in like the residential area. Like I actually live like a half mile away from here, and I think a lot of my friends do. So that definitely makes sense.
Right on.
And then with like the usuals you have, or over the years, are there any like cool stories that you'd like to share?
I mean, where can I start? You mean really, like?
I don't know. Is there one that comes to the top of your mind?
Well, we have a few that are still here with us who have passed away.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, people have put that in their will that they want to be here. And
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so we had one guy. He didn't know that he was going to pass on, but he wrote in his will that he wanted me to get this amount of money to throw this big party.
Wow.
And so he ended up. His final remains are here, and it's okay with me if that's what he wanted. We have an employee here also, which I don't know why you'd want to spend your eternal bliss at work.
Hey, it must have been a great environment, right?
I mean, people love it here. I mean, I love it too, but I think I'm biased.
Right.
But yeah, we've had a.
If someone's ashes are here, I mean, that's kind of a big deal that they really had a strong connection to this place.
Right.
And that's really cool that happened.
Yeah, and when we were shut down for so long, I felt so bad.
Right.
Because they were here, and I was just like, what do I do? Do I take them home?
Yeah.
Because, come in and polish them off.
Right. And I saw on the website it said you guys were out for 15 months.
Yeah. And shut down.
Right. So what was your plan on the me time, or how did you try to recover from that?
Yeah, it was a really horrible time. It was scary for a lot of people, me included. I thought for sure we were going down the drain. So I got really bummed out for a few months, and my husband was like, "Are you gonna watch Netflix in bed all day, or are you gonna fight for this place?"
Right.
And I was like, "Fight for what? We're never gonna open again. Governor sucks."
Yeah.
We had all these conversations about it. But anyway, at the end of the day, I got out of bed, and I just put my time into applying for the PPPs, EIDL, and as many grants as I could get. And the grants weren't like a lot of money.
Yeah, but enough to keep you going.
But it was enough.
Right.
It was just a little bit here, a little bit there, and it was exactly what we needed. And I was awarded every grant because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that they would ask me was, what percentage does your husband have in this business? And I'd say 0. Congratulations, you're awarded.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we worked really hard. And I took a little bit of money that, before we opened, and I started painting and cleaning the place up.
Yeah.
Because it was, 15 months is a long time.
Yeah, especially for the industry.
And my crazy friends that were here earlier, everyone got a paintbrush and everyone helped. And we went through all the liquor and all the dates on everything.
Yeah.
And, we really teamwork. We made it happen.
And I think that's probably because you've established like such a strong sense of community in this bar that everyone was like really willing to help up and keep this place going.
I mean, that was one of the things that was so emotional for me. I would come in while we were shut down, and I would put water down the drains just to make sure that the plumbing didn't do something weird, being dried out for so long.
Right.
Because you think about it, it was used to water 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
I mean, even when we're closed, there's always someone in here. And I would come in here and the phone would ring. Yeah. And I'd be like, do I answer it? Right. So I would look and see who it was. No, I don't know them, but it's someone's name.
Okay.
Not a bill collector, because I wasn't answering to them.
Right.
So I had community calling me, telling me, can we come down there? Can we see the place? Are you there now? Yeah. When are you going to open? What's your plan? We love you. We miss you so much. And it kind of was what kept me going. Yeah. Aside from my husband telling me to get my ass out of bed. But, it was really the community reaching out to me. I had people instant messaging me, can we come by and buy some swag? How can we support you? Yeah. I mean, I must have sold 48 6 a.m. coffee cups, for $5 a pop, and people wanted them. Yeah. And it was just so weird. But yeah, the community, our neighborhood has been amazing and just blew my mind.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, because I don't think many places could say the same thing of like that sense of community that you have here. What do you think brought this community together? Do you think what about this bar do you think does that?
Oh, it's legendary. It is legendary. Yeah. I mean, the things that happen here that we never speak of. Okay. This place is a little bit like Las Vegas, Yeah. If you say to someone the next day, "Oh, I was at the Fox last night," it's like carte blanche, you don't have to do anything today. Go back to bed. But seriously, we've been here 46 years. Yeah. And I've grown up here. And I met my husband here. Yeah, I have friends who have met their husbands here, their people here. Wow. So there is something magical about this place. I would just say legendary. Yeah. My mother wanted to have an establishment that was warm and comforting, and where a young woman could walk in by herself and feel comfortable. Yeah. And I sure hope that that's what we're delivering to our community. I
think that's really important to mention. Yeah. I don't think that's how it is everywhere.
Right. Yeah, we actually had one girl who was roofied at a different bar. Yeah. And she knew that something bad was happening, and she got in a cab and said, "Take me to the Fox." Wow. And the doorman saw her and got her out, and he took her. Wow. And made sure that she was okay when she got home.
Wow. Well, that's really comforting to hear that you could come to a place like this if something like that happened. Yeah. Well, I guess some things I want to go over towards the end is what are your goals for this bar coming up in the next few years or coming days, or any new events coming up? What do you got planned?
Well, we got some fun ideas. For a long time, I couldn't have the logo anywhere in the place because people would steal stuff. I can't tell you how many times I've replaced the logo carpet in front. Right. And I'm like, that is disgusting. Why would you want to take that? But really, what people want a piece of this place. Yeah. So we're trying to figure out how to do that. Whether it's a piece of carpet on a coaster. Yeah. Or something fun on a T-shirt, or I had the idea of a 6 a.m. club coffee cups. Yeah. Maybe a 6 a.m. Brew, where you could come in and buy your own, little pound of coffee.
That could be cool. Yeah.
People want kinship with this place. Yeah. Yeah.
So merch route definitely sounds like a way to go.
For sure, merch route. We'll be doing our annual 6 a.m. January 1st party. Okay. Right? And
that's a great time.
Yeah, so we do, it's a pajama party.
Awesome.
This year might have a twist of walk of shame. I'm not sure yet if that's appropriate. Okay. It's something I just came up in my head.
Gotcha.
Nice. But we do a photo booth. We do, we've done chicken and waffles, nice. Truck out in front. Because a lot of these kids, stay up all night to be here. Right. And they don't last very long, but, they're here, man, and they want their picture taken. They want to be on the website, so, we got to make sure they're safe.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you got some awesome stuff coming up ahead, and I'm definitely going to be there for that pajama party.
That would be so fun.
Thanks so much for this podcast,
and for sure.
I'd definitely love to be back here soon.
Yeah, it was so good to meet you. Thank you for coming. It means the world to me.
Yeah, of course.